There you go.
After adjournment.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, he was caught out there. He thought maybe I'd just seen it. I had a courtside seat. Why do I, I'm not gonna hear the last committee meeting. Oh, Jamie, like, no. Yeah, I'm glad I haven't heard from some of the other guys like, oh. All right, I think we're good to get going.
Yeah.
All right, we will be when I pull up the agenda. How does that sound? Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. And our first item is public comment. Do we have any public comment?
Did you want to insert yours now or on unscheduled business?
What's that?
Your,
I will.
okay.
I do have some public comment. Hearing no other. Business Times picked up a good article, and Chris said the Colorado Sun picked up a good article. If you go to Business Times, I sent you all a copy of this. There was an article in there. It's unfortunate it hadn't been picked up by our local newspaper or by the Daily Sentinel, but Colorado received $146 million from energy revenues from federal leases. And it goes on to talk about how that's split up and the increase that we saw this last year. I don't believe, and we need to confirm this, of this $146 million, I'm not sure if this includes our piece without researching. And that's something we might check into. Dusty, but this does tell us, this says 10 million of that goes to Mesa County. Now, of that 10 million, most of that's what goes directly to Mesa County. Janet, do you know, can you add to any of that?
Specifically add what?
The Business Times is stating that we just got, that 146 million came from federal leases to the state of Colorado. That was our annual revenue for 2022. And then it's at 10 million directly to Mesa County. Do you know the county of that and how it comes to the county?
I'm assuming they're meaning within the boundaries of Mesa County, not Mesa County government.
Okay.
I mean, we get some, what's that called, for where they live. We get a little bit of money that way, but I don't think we get that much anymore. What is that called? I forget.
You get filled.
Yeah.
No, it's not filled. It's based on where the energy workers actually live. So they might work in Garfield, but if they live in Mesa, we get a certain amount per employee. But I don't think we're getting that now because there's not a lot of work happening.
There is a direct disbursement. I mean, it's really complicated when you try to read the law.
Yeah.
There's a formula that some is split directly off in disbursements to counties. There's some that is distributed to DOLA, and then that pie gets divvied up different ways once it's in DOLA's hands.
Even the school district gets a check.
Yeah. So it's complicated.
I'd like to get some coverage on us. I'd like to do some research. I've got some questions, maybe you and I, Dusty, you and I can find out.
Okay.
But I'd like to talk to Garfield County, Rio Blanco County, and see if we can do an editorial in Daily Sentinel about the federal mineral lease districts and how much money we've contributed to our counties over the years and what types of projects that's come from. Maybe we could write a nice op-ed and have them have everybody sign on to that. What do you guys think of that? That's great. Anna, do you think that sounds good?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Okay. We'll start working on that. Maybe we can get a hold of Garfield and Rio Blanco County and I know somebody that the hardest piece is getting information out of DOLA, I found. If you.
Customer service is not their middle name.
No. And they don't provide good data. They provide generic data, but they don't provide detailed data. So, but I do know somebody that works at DOLA. So maybe we can get some specifics
Okay.
for our county
Okay,
and break down. And do a little educational piece on that. So we can do it.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all I have to add to that. I hope you all get a chance to read that article and I will look for the Colorado Sun. And I'm still looking for my agenda that I saved earlier. Hang on just a minute, let me catch up with everybody. What happens when I talk to people out in the we get less baseball people. Okay.
oh,
So, does everyone, take a moment to review our minutes from last month, October minutes?
I move for the approval of the October meeting minutes as presented.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
You there, Janet? We didn't get your eye.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did say aye.
Okay, I think you didn't pick it up. All right, thank you. All right, minutes are approved. Staff report, Dusty?
okay, for November, we posted about Happy Veterans Day. We live streamed our October meeting. We posted that our meeting agenda was ready for November. We also told everybody that our September meeting minutes and our grant workshop minutes had been posted. We posted notice that our proposed 2023 budget was available for public comment up until today. And we did share the media news story on the grant award winners that we got from the Business Times. So for media, we got the Business Times had shared our grants for the library and the Plateau Valley brush trucks. We do not have any grants requesting payment at this time. Our invoices are Dusty Reimer invoice 177 for services and supplies for October for $2,722.27. And Dufford Waldeck invoice 34689 for services in October for $300. Our upcoming events right now, we do not have a December meeting planned if we take care of all of our business today. Our first meeting of the new year will be scheduled for January 18th, and I will send out new meeting requests following this meeting once we figure out the budget and the schedule that you guys would like for next year. So they'll be on everybody's calendar. And just a reminder that we'll approve the budget, but then you'll have to approve the meeting minutes in January, and that's the packet that gets sent to the state by January 31st. So that's it.
And I think we have a motion to approve Dusty's report and the presented invoices.
I'll second.
Been seconded further. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, thank you.
Doug, did you have the ability to see how many times people listen?
Yeah, I do.
And what's that number?
Like 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently we're not really exciting. We should have some fire.
The old guy always gets.
Jazz it up a little bit if you want.
Doing a magic show?
We could start with an opening act if you'd like.
The Taiwanese parliament usually has a fist fight. I think that would drive some,
You guys want to like arm wrestle at the
drive
beginning?
some views.
That would drive up listenership. I
Gosh,
guess.
like the Mineral East District Fight Club. Great.
That'll bring people in.
Even the county commissioner meetings have gotten a little dull there, right, Janet?
Yes, thank you. So,
We'll move on to financials. Christine?
So on our balance sheet as of October 31st, we have $1,632,589.18 on our fund balance. And then for our permanent fund, we have $1,987,258.49. On our grants payable, we have $350,000. On our retained earnings is at $2,934,461.92. With a net income of $335,385.75. The profit and loss for October, we have legal fees of $600, accounting fees of $1,284.63. Contract services of $2,666, dues and memberships of $337.47. Unrealized gain in firm fund of $72,495.08. Interest income of $3.32. Dividend income of $1,600.15. And investment fees of $4,306.81 for a net income of $64,903.64. For our accounts payable, we have $50,000 to the city of Fruta and $300,000 to the town of Colburn, for a total of $350,000. And on our budget to actual as of October, we are still under our budget for outside services of $9,503.15. We are also under our budget for auditing expenses by $300. And under our budget for insurance expenses of $161. That's all for me.
Outside services for over budget?
Not over budget, so outside of it,
Oh, that makes it, that's the other one. Bring my glasses in. Okay. We only have to adjust our budget if we're over, correct, Chris?
Yes, that's right. If you're over any particular line item, or if you need to make an adjustment.
We're good now. Any questions, Christine, on that page?
No.
Mhm.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. You don't need a motion to approve that. Anything, no other questions for Christine?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you, Christine. Discussion and approval of our draft budget. Sorry, Christine, I was kind of thinking you were going to move on with that.
Is that light too harsh for you guys? Do you guys want me to turn that the light off so you guys can see?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that stuff on her in full range.
Janet, can you follow along?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Okay.
I think we're gonna over changes to the requested in this.
It's this, right?
Janet, do you have any questions or concerns about the budget?
No, I don't.
I think we worked it over pretty good last meeting. Dusty, do you have any
I think what was the question?
I just wonder if you had any concerns about it or if you felt comfortable with the budget.
Yeah, because we're scheduled to have $350,000 for grants next year.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we bumped up investment fees.
I think we should cut them now.
Technically, those aren't even the budget line, because it's a,
Yeah.
well, I also said that last time, thanks.
I don't have to include it. Craig, do you have any
I cannot.
concerns? Okay. Do we have a motion to accept this budget as presented?
I move to approve the proposed budget as presented.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
That was mine.
All right, we have a new budget.
One thing I was gonna,
I'm sorry.
one thing I was gonna suggest to you, technically, under the budget law, we're supposed to prepare sort of a budget message that we send to the state, which is sort of a narrative that explains the high points of the coming budget. Historically, we haven't really done that because our financials are pretty simple and they, it's pretty easy to get the high points. But if the board wants me to, I can take a crack at a draft and circulate that to you. And it's mainly what I would describe it as sort of a forward-looking document about this is what our plans are and this is what we anticipate. If you'd like me to do something like that, I can circulate a draft to you and you could look at it at the next meeting.
That would be great, probably address the increase in revenue, the increase in our expenses.
Yeah.
And other than that, there isn't. There's really nothing to address.
That's right. I mean, I think, the big things are maybe having one grant cycle in the fall, what you've allocated for that, your planned contribution to the permanent fund, the revenue outlook, and that you may make adjustments as if that outlook changes.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah, that would be great.
you
Thank
can
you.
do that.
Anybody have any problems with having Chris work on
Absolutely.
the area for
I
that?
think it's good.
Okay, yeah, I think it's probably a good idea. If they're expecting that out of our organization, that's a good idea.
The oversight at DOLA is it's pretty minimal in the sense that they really just want to make sure that you are submitting your documents. But I've used something like a budget message, and Janet may have some experience with this at the county, is that it's mainly for public consumption. Oh, okay, here are the high points for those who don't want to read spreadsheets. So.
And anybody 5 years down the line questions what we do there.
Yeah. So I can do that.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Move on to our review of the investment account.
Sure, I apologize for my tardiness too, I didn't know something on my calendar, but
Maybe
I apologize, because it was sitting in the Jimmy John's line. So I texted us. Said yes, we were meeting. Expletive, apologize for that. It's in here.
I saw nothing.
I made it.
She said, you made it, you made it.
Yeah, no, the market's bounced back, kind of like I anticipated, gave a lunch and hopeful about 4 weeks ago, 3 quarters ago, and said, get invested now. I mean, things are really cheap right now. It's down for the year still. So, portfolio's down about 12 on the year, 12%. But compared to a class blended benchmark, 60-40, which is about exactly where our allocation is right now, we're down 12 compared to 15%, 15.4. So I think this is doing well. It's been because of the short duration stuff, and I don't see us changing that again until probably a while, I think, till short-term rates come back down. So, and the yield curve normalizes. But I think there'll still be a lot of fluctuation between kind of now and this time next year, and while that happens. So, I'd be surprised if we touched new lows for the year, what we saw kind of October 18th-ish. But there'll just still be a lot of fluctuation, you kind of make our way back. But in barring geopolitical risk or crazy stuff, I think eventually a year or two from now, we're kind of back and digested the inflation and looking forward to our next crisis.
Pretty limited market, limited ups and downs. Next year, probably, we're gonna hold that way through the year.
I think there's
Wow,
gonna be a lot of volatility. It's come back 10% and the stock market's come back 10% in a month. That's you're pretty good, you know, so I think you'll give up. If you see these like 5% swings as it kind of works its way back to that. I think it creates a lot of opportunity. I mean, this is a tax season. Right now, the topic for most of the clients is tax planning, insurance stuff. And so I think watch the dips rebalance, stay responsible, and don't see any major changes. If there's cash, sometimes places still. I think we'll look 2 years back on this, 2 or 3 years from now. Like, wow, that was a good buying opportunity.
Craig, you have any questions?
I do not, thank you.
Jen, do you have any questions for Matt?
I don't, thanks for asking.
Yeah, I don't. Hope we keep. Hope we read down.
You showing that?
And keep my, okay, that'll be good. All right, thank you very much, Matt. Right, approval of grant contracts and our resolution for the 2022 grant cycle. We need to do that. Chris has prepared that. We need to. Does everybody have that, or I just have a copy?
Everybody should have a copy. So there's a resolution in your packet authorizing
Contracts.
the approval of the 2 grant contracts. One to Mesa County Public Library District and the second to Plateau Valley Fire Protection District. You awarded the grants last meeting. So really, this is just the resolution authorizing the chair to sign the contracts.
Okay. The resolution will be to for our grants to $286,184 to the Mesa County Public Library District and $63,816 Plateau Valley Fire Protection District. And I think you all, I couldn't find a copy in my package.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. I don't have a copy either.
Is it the resolution or the grant? Because the resolution is the very last page of the packet.
Of the,
The
Staff
staff report.
okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Oh.
Yep.
I was not looking in that for.
No, sorry, yeah, I put them all in there.
Okay. Well, no, you guys will look at that.
So it's one resolution.
Yeah,
That's right.
I move for the approval of resolution number 2022-02.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the resolution. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you. And I think sorry, I looked for that in my packet and I couldn't find it, so I didn't know if everybody had a reference for that one.
sorry, it was with all
Test.
Great.
See how deep a dive. Take down.
It's a golden ticket at the very end of that.
Well, honestly, I didn't go far enough into the staff report. Do we have any unscheduled business?
What do you want to do for meetings next year? With the $350,000 grant?
When did we meet? What schedule did we meet on last year? This
So
year?
we did quarterly meetings, so we met January to do housekeeping,
Yep.
everything. And then we did quarterly until, I believe, May. And then we started the audit. We met in July to finalize the audit. And then we went monthly, September, October, November.
I think any reason why we can't follow that same schedule this year? We definitely need to have a meeting in January. When do we have to have that in by?
The 31st. So the only thing you'll need to do is approve the minutes that'll go with the packet.
Okay. Let's stick with that same schedule then.
Okay.
And that work for you, right?
Does?
Jan, does that work for you?
Yes, it should. Mhm.
Okay. And if we have any other feedback as trustee sends out the dates, we can discuss that.
Okay.
Will you put the 2023 dates on the website?
I just put them under meeting minutes. I could list all the dates that are on there so that they'll fall in. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably,
How soon do we have to post it? We've got,
generally you post your meeting minutes every month.
no, I mean our meeting date. How soon before the meetings? do we have to post it?
Under coma, you have to give 24 hour, a minimum of 24 hours advance notice for a regular meeting.
Okay,
But we do need to specify in January our list of the dates of regular meetings that will be held.
Okay.
So that needs to be published.
we'll prepare that for January. And, I'm all right.
I'll check with Linda.
Is there any other housekeeping things we need to take care of that in the year?
No? Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas.
You all have that? Have
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Good year.
likewise.
Happy New Year.
Yep. That's
Good.
all right. Well, thank you all. Do I hear a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move to adjourn the meeting.
Second,
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there anybody opposed to that? Okay.
All right.
Thank you all.
Meeting adjourned.
Matt, thanks for making it.
Thanks, Janet.
Last-
bye.
I didn't go that much.
Very much.